Now I'll turn over the meeting for the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. I am happy to report that we've had a good opening of school, and we'll just share a few quick facts with you this evening as we actually, it's hard to believe, we've already got, I believe, 3 weeks of school under our belt. And I think we're almost 10% through with the school year. 18 days, isn't it amazing? I hope that the last 90% doesn't go as fast as the first, as quickly as the first 10 years. So the first thing I would share with you is information on our enrollment. As you can see on your screen before you, that our 10-day enrollment, which is a benchmark enrollment day for us, we had in our K-12 state-funded programs, 16,598, and when you add in all students, that's our preschool, 3, 4-year-olds, as well as our overage adults, it's 17,042. You can see the comparison to 2014, 2013, and you can see that we've grown 335 students from just year before last. And I would tell you, I think I enclosed a 15-day report for you in your board brief. And as you can see, the enrollment numbers are going up, even a few each day, it seems. All right. Of course, one of our big events this year was the opening of the new Chapin Middle School, which I know you're all familiar with. It's certainly beautiful inside, and it's going to be beautiful outside very shortly by the time we get ready to dedicate it. But it's a great addition to our family of schools. And once again, I cannot express enough gratitude. I can't say enough kind words for the many, many people who came together to pull off this particular accomplishment in terms of getting this school built and open in near record-setting time. And certainly Keith McAllister is here this evening. He is certainly a big part of that success. And we thank you. We'll hear more about that as the year goes by. Another new feature is it's really new in terms of nomenclature. If you notice the signage at Crossroads and Chapin Intermediate, we now officially have 2 intermediate schools. Crossroads, which serves 6th grade, and Chapin Intermediate, the old Chapin Middle School building, which serves 5th and 6th grades. I happen to really like both of these signs. The Crossroads signs, I like the fact that they go into this new logo with the CR, and they're using the paw as opposed to the angry panther head. It used to be on the marquee. Mr. Hutchinson told us that it was that they had tried through the PBIS program to get that panther tamed down a little bit, but it wasn't working, so they're going more with the paws rather than the head. One of the things is what you don't see. You see some spaces that once were filled with portables that are now empty spaces, could be returned to green areas. This is from Chapin Intermediate School. The shot on your left is the whole cluster of portable village that was behind the building. And the one on the right, the lower right, is where a couple of portables sat directly in front of the school. And it's amazing how much better the facility looks with the portables off the campus. Now, we haven't quite ran our goal on portables. As you all recall more than anyone, your bond referendum of 2008 was really about trying to catch up with the growth that this district had for so many years. And we came close, but we're not there yet. You'll see that in the 09-10 school year, we were using 117 portables for instruction, and this year we're down to 23. We'd hoped that we would get below the 10 mark. However, Ms. Thompson does such a good job here. People move here from where? All over the country. You said they're coming from everywhere. And so you here, which we had hoped to eliminate, and we are unable to do so. We also have some left at Chapin Elementary, and so that'll be a need that we'll have to be talking about very soon in terms of how we go about getting out of acquiring additional portables as the years go by. But I think we can all be very proud and beat our chest and the fact that we've come down from 117 to 23. Another huge thing that has occurred has been the implementation of Infinite Vision. You'll recall this from almost a year ago, that we talked about the 5 different systems we had to keep track of our employees and various data in the district, and we've gone to a centralized system. It was launched July 1st. It's working reasonably well, right, Mr. Richardson? Still a few bugs to work out, but it creates one-time data entry across the system, so you don't have to do it multiple times. Implements an electronic workflow process, again, saving time. Offers employee help easily, far more easily than in the past. Reduces, eliminates hard copy forms. As I assume, we're trying to be environmentally responsible, so now instead of filling out a lead form in quadruplicate, it's done electronically, and I think that's working very well. And it improves our reporting capabilities and consistency. It may be fairly invisible to many people, but it is a huge, huge step forward for our system. Now, I would want to say that there are signs of continued success here in the district, and we wish to point out a couple of those this evening. We have gotten our SAT and ACT scores, to me, seemingly a little earlier this year than in previous years, and I wish I got fully credit, or would get full credit for these on this year's evaluation, but actually this is data that will be in next year's superintendent's evaluation. But we are ranked the 3rd highest in SAT scores in the state for districts that tested at least 50 students. Our scores exceeded the national and state averages in all schools. We tested the highest percentage of students in our state, 79%, which I think is huge. And we increased the average score while increasing the number of students tested. Also, we ranked 3rd highest in ACT scores, exceeding the national and state averages, increasing our average score from 22.1 to 22.6, and again, while increasing the percentage of students who are taking the test. One other data point of continued success that I would point out is the fact that we have 8 national merit semifinalists this year. And don't you love the representation? They come from all across the district. 2 at Chapin, 3 at Dutch Fork, 2 at Irmo, and 1 at Spring Hill. And also, would like to think it's important to note that our graduation rate increased from 86.9% to 89.3%. I do want to commend all of our schools, but I would give a shout out to Irmo High School, because they improved significantly in SAT scores, ACT scores, and in their graduation rate in all 3 areas. So we throw a special commendation out to them. Another area of continued success is that we know of 2 major entities that rate the best school districts in South Carolina, and we're number 1 on both of those. One is relatively new. It's new to us. It's called Only in Your State, and we are rated the number 1 district. It says that we come into the very top on their list of exceptional, but because of our exceptional test scores, wonderful teachers, and overall student happiness. So isn't that a great commendation? And on niche.com, which has now been around for 2 years, for the 2nd consecutive year, they rated us the top school district in South Carolina. So I think those are data points of note. And then I would just remind us all of my favorite quote from Irving Berlin. The toughest thing about success is that you've got to keep on being a success. So while we're grateful for all that's occurred, we understand that we have to live with the fact that we have to keep it rolling, keep it going, and I'm confident that we will. So that's my back to school.
That is a wonderful report. We certainly as a board are very proud of that. I think I can speak for each of us. It really is an honor to serve on this board for this wonderful school district, and the amazing continued improvement where you think, can you really improve? But y'all just continue to amaze us. And those SAT scores, I mean, it really is. Thank you to the whole group. The infinite visions, I think this is wonderful. I'm really delighted that our school district has taken that measure, and I want you to know that y'all are doing much better than USC's switch this year with their, whatever the program is called. I froze in purchasing for 2 solid weeks, or maybe more, where no bills could be paid. So if that makes you feel any better, you know, y'all did a terrific job. But thank you very much.
Thank you. And in fairness to your employer, it was complicated for us. It has to be extremely complicated for an organization as large as USC. So we would cut them a little bit of slack. But I'm glad to know we're. At least we can lapse back to where they are in the event that things don't go well for us.
There you go. All right, thank you so much. Next, public participation. No one signed up for public participation. So we will then move on to our action agenda. Item number 12 are the items considered in executive session. May I have a motion?